guys, this is Father Casey Jones here from Priestfit, a fraternal outreach to Catholic priests by myself and Father Ryan Rooney and an entire community of priests through which we encourage our brothers to move into health by eating clean, being fit, and praying well. And this YouTube video represents day 18 in our presentation challenge, and we call today's episode, if you will, HALT the Emotional Eating. Every once in a while, I walk by one of our secretaries, one of our administrative assistants, or even some of our just teachers at the school or coworkers that like to keep candy out on their desk, especially chocolates. I like chocolate. The joke I always make is when I walk by, I'm like, "Oh, you have antidepressants," and I grab a little piece of chocolate and go. It's kind of an ongoing joke that I have. But let's be honest. All of us at one point or another in our life are guilty of emotional eating. This means that we're eating not to satiate our hunger, our physical hunger, but rather that we are eating in order to cover up some kind of feeling or emotion. And so it's important to learn how to identify that. Just like if you guys might remember, those of you that had courses in pastoral counseling, that every feeling that we have, that we go through, a lot of times there's kind of this voice in our head, right? We call it self-talk. And if we learn how to adjust the self-talk, sometimes we can learn how to adjust our feelings about things and how things affect us, and affect us. Likewise, when we get that feeling of hunger, it's good to acknowledge where the hunger has come from. Now, Father's talked a little bit about hunger versus craving, and as we move forward and we identify those things, these principles are important. But an acronym I'd like to share with you guys today is HALT, H-A-L-T. Now, this is an acronym that is used in many, almost all the 12-step programs. It's important to identify where the feelings that we're experiencing come from. Now, guys, this definitely applies to food, but let me tell you, this can apply to virtually any kind of addictive temptation we might be facing, especially the unique ones that we face as priests, or the unique ones we face as men. So I'm not going to explicate what all of them are. We're talking about food here, but I promise you that this can apply to the things that aren't just having to deal with food as well. All right, HALT. What this stands for is hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. So when you decide that you're going to eat, figure out where that's really coming from. Okay? These are the moments where we're going to be most tempted. So H, hungry. Am I hungry? If you're hungry, that's great, but eat something that's going to satisfy your hunger, which means, we want something that's going to have good fiber, it's going to have good protein, it's going to have the carbohydrates and the fats we need, it's going to be something that's good for us, it's going to satiate us, it's going to stay with us a long time, that we're not eating junk just to eat junk, but they're really trying to satisfy our hunger. And the same thing goes if you're dealing with something else. If you're, a temptation, am I hungry? Go eat something, but eat something that's going to satisfy your hunger, that's going to satiate your hunger and be good for your health and your well-being, not just to cover up an empty emotion. Angry. Yeah, sometimes we have those frustrating meetings in life, and that becomes a moment where we could get very tempted to overeat. If you're angry, we need to find healthy ways to deal with our anger. Talk to a friend, sponsor, counselor, spiritual director, pray. Think about that one. In fact, that's the answer to a lot of these, right? Spend some time in prayer, surrender that anger, but definitely, that in the end of the day, a medium pizza or a bag of chocolate, a bag of candy is not going to make your anger go away. In fact, if you're anything like me and you make that mistake and even you're angry, you're just more ticked off afterwards because now you've blown your diet and that really stinks. L, lonely. Guys, let's be honest, this is a deep reality for those of us in the priesthood. It's important that we find ways to combat loneliness. Like I said, of course, prayer, learning to lean on the Lord, learning how to truly allow the Lord to fulfill those desires we have for affection, but also not being afraid to go see someone, to go visit one, or just to call up a brother on the phone. Man, I'm having a crazy day. I'm having a bad day. Brother, I need to talk to you. I just need to talk. Reaching out. I know I was in a really dark place a few months ago myself, and I just sent out texts, just say, guys, please pray for me. I'm just going through something right now. Please pray for me. And just the overwhelming response that I had from that from Brother Priest, but also other friends, with families. It's good to find healthy ways to conquer that loneliness in your life. And then the T, tired. Right? Guys, we're tired a lot. We do a lot of work, and a lot of our work is emotional investing, which can cause us a significant amount of tiredness. So it's important, one, that we try to make sure that we're getting the adequate sleep that we need. But when that doesn't happen, and we're facing those moments of temptation to recognize, all right, I'm tired, I need to sleep, and there's nothing wrong. We have different systems, different bodies. We all respond in different ways, but I find that even taking a 20-minute power nap, a 15-minute power nap, can do me wonders. And to certainly recognize that what my body needs right now is rest, not to overeat. So hopefully this is some new tools that we can use now, that some of us can use now maybe for the first time, to help combat the danger of emotional eating. And when you're tempted to eat, stop and think, am I hungry? Am I angry? Am I lonely? Or am I tired? And HALT, stop, so that you're able to reflect on the real reason that you're experiencing this desire for food. And this can help you more to eat clean, be fit, and pray well. God bless you guys.